Hello fellow travelers, my name's SG and welcome to the channel. Today I want to do something a little different. We're going to be doing a review still, but I want to do a review of an old cartoon that I used to watch when I was little called El Tigre, The Adventures of Manny Rivera. It's one of my favorites. I hope you like it. I rewatched it currently, the Day of the Dead episode, and I just could not stop laughing. So I thought the beginning of National Hispanic Heritage Month was a good time to bring it up. So without further ado, let's get started, shall we? El Tigre, The Adventures of Manny Rivera, or we're going to call it El Tigre for short, was created by Jorge R. Gutierrez and Sandra Equaja. This was probably one of the last shows to actually go off of Flash animation, which is very interesting. It's very vibrant, very different, or of its time, I would say, like a lot of cartoons at the time, but it did have its own charm. The overall story is about Manny Rivera living in Miracle City, a swirling cesspool of crime and villainy, living alongside his parent, White Pantera, and Grandpapi Rivera, also known as Puma Loco in his villain stage. Now, this show's main appeal is that Manny Rivera is living in a house where his father is a hero, but his grandfather is a villain, and they're both trying to get them to go on either hero or villainy, and he can't decide which it is. So the rest of the series is based on this episodic view of it, trying to see which one he appeals more to, whether it be good or bad. And relatively most of the time it's good. Most of the episodes are very well done, it's very fast paced. Most episodes are just 15-minute long, so we have two different stories every 30 minutes. Which isn't bad, you get the gist of the stories as it goes along. It's very fun, it's very vibrant, like I said before. We do get a great supporting cast. With Frida Suarez as his best friend slash sidekick, or more like partner. It seems that she causes more trouble than she's worth though, but she is still a fun character to have in the show and can often keep him grounded or make him go the extra mile to see which side he usually is on. Now, there are quite a few characters throughout the show, since it being more episodic than anything else, so I'm going to just stick with the main cast for right now, starting with, the title character, El Tigre, aka Manny Rivera, who has the power of a tiger, the agility slash speed. Also, he is able to use his arms as chains and claws at the end of them, which makes for a deadly weapon that can either do good and or bad depending on what is going to be used for. Next, we're going to go over Rodolfo Rivera, aka White Pantera. He is the #1 hero in Miracle City, and he is, of course, Manny Rivera's father. He is often seen as a kind of disciplinary person, not rough, but just trying to get his son on the justice side of the spectrum, unlike the other half of his family. Which leads us to Grandpapi Rivera, aka Puma Loco, who is the grandfather of Manny Rivera, who is more of a technological villain, creating his own mech suits to commit crimes of various natures, and is pretty fun foil to the father, Rodolfo Rivera. They are always at each other's odds, but at the end of the day you can feel that there's real love amongst this family, which makes for more drama for Manny because he can't really tell which side he should go off of. Next, let's talk about Frida Suarez. She is the best friend to Manny Rivera, and is often either a foil for Danny to either do good, or more likely to do bad. She is that kind of neutral character that doesn't really care which side Manny takes. She was gonna go along for the ride as she wants. Though, if she would have it her way, she'd have it be that they would have more fun, and that means being more towards the bad side than anything else. Halfway through the series, we do meet Manny's mother, Maria Rivera, who would actually prefer him not to be a hero or a villain. Well, we would rather have him be more of just a regular person, since she has panic attacks every time he has to go out and fight crime, or goes out and commits crime. So she is actually a good add-on to this, and just an option of not existing at all. Now, I would go on to talk about the villains, but there are so many of them as there are. I do suggest watching the show itself, because there are certain characters that do come out as more important than others, like Satana of the Dead. She is a very good villain and is a good villain for most of the series, but I can't really talk about it right now without going into too much depth. Like I said, the animation is done through flash animation, and you can't really tell with this. It's very well done. The colors are vibrant. The drawings are interesting to look at. It's a pleasing show to watch, you know. You can't really say that it's bad animation. It's really good. And it just makes you wish that there were more people that would utilize certain aspects of flash animation. Though at this point, I do know that it's an out-of-date function. It's fun to toy around with, and it's fun to look back at old shows that we all may have used to watch and seen what was flash animation. I'm sure there's a great number of shows that have actually taken on that style of action, fluidity, you know, stuff like that. It's very dynamic, very eye-catching, and makes you want more later on. So, now that we've talked about the different aspects, let's talk about it, shall we? Overall, this is a fun show to watch. You may not get much of it as an adult now, because you could tell the demographic for the show is for younger kids. But for those of us who grew up with it, it's definitely interesting to go back and see it. I definitely miss this style of animation, this style of humor, and it's very fun, very dynamic, and very interesting to look at. The characters are lovable. You could tell that there was some care done with each story and each person having their own moment in the spotlight. Like I said, Manny Rivera is the main protagonist, but that doesn't mean all the other characters don't get their moments. Anyway, I do suggest it. I do love the show. If you want to, I do suggest watching it just to watch it. You know, maybe you're just in for a nostalgic kick, or maybe you want your kids to watch it. A little bit of that style of humor and art wouldn't hurt. You can watch it on Paramount Plus, or you can go and buy it on Amazon. I know the first season's out on sale now. I'm thinking about buying it myself, but for now I'll watch it on Paramount Plus. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I know this one's shorter than my last, but I'm in a bit of a time crunch these days, so sorry about that. I am hoping to get back to my regular style and my regular way of doing things next week, but we shall see. Don't worry, the videos will still come, and I will still be here. This I swear. Anyway, thank you all for watching, and hope to see you again next time. Good day.